The Trump administration is rejecting requests from U.S. Embassies to fly the rainbow flag during June, LGBTQ Pride Month. The decision stands in contrast to Trump's claim to be a leader in supporting LGBTQ rights overseas after announcing a campaign to decriminalize homosexuality overseas.
I think that Trump is expedient. He says what he needs to say or pretends like
in that moment.
In that moment, and he does not like gay people. He doesn't like people of color. He doesn't necessarily like people in the service, but he pretends like he does. And I think it's just sad. It would be more. It'd be easy to gauge a man like that if he had some level of moral compass.
Yeah,
he'll say what he believes.
Yeah.
He'll say what he needs to say, and then you'll have him on tape and he go, I didn't say that.
Yeah. Well, if you remember, right after he got elected, on the White House internet, on their webpage.
On the internet?
Yeah, on the internet. They removed everything to do with the LGBTQ community as well as
they removed all the mention of gay people except Lindsey Graham. Listen, I just want to say
he one of y'all, so put him over here.
Just like when he talks about I take aid from I would take information from a foreign government.
Yeah.
And then he said, I wouldn't do it. You did. You know why there's no collusion? Because they won't charge you for it. And to me, Democrats are cowards.
They are.
They are cowards. The thing that they're talking about doing, you already know he's a liar. You already know he has people that break the law and still stay in his employ. You already know that he's willing. He's basically telling you, I'm going to commit treason. And just because you do it out loud doesn't mean you're not doing it. And the thing that's particularly galling is Democrats always go, we'll win the election. You thought you were going to win the election. Merrick Garland didn't get the Supreme Court nominee. You didn't think Trump. So all these plans you have, do your goddamn job and let the chips fall where they may. This dude, if this dude is not guilty of these, he couldn't even answer obstruction of justice charges against Stephanopoulos.
No.
He's a
he
criminal.
He can answer a lot of questions.
Right.
Which is why his friend coughed to get him out of trouble.
It's too many. You're a coward. All your little plans never work. Barack Obama didn't tell about Russian influence because he thought Hillary Clinton was going to win.
Right.
That you didn't think Mitch McConnell was going to stop your Supreme Court justice. You didn't think that Donald Trump would do what he's doing. All your plans are not working. The bottom line, do the one that's in front of you and impeach this clown.
Right now.
Because he deserves it. Stop with the we'll win the election. No, either you're there in service of the reason you were voted is to hold people accountable, or you not. Fucking cowards, is ridiculous.
Let's move on. So scientists claim to have uncovered the 3 major factors that makes a boy more likely to be gay. Now, they say being left-handed, having several older brothers, and having other gay people in the family. Those are the 3 markers. Gay men are around 34% more likely to be left-handed than heterosexual men, and having one or more older brothers actually increases the likelihood of being gay by about 14.8%.
So if they grab a tambourine or left-handed scissors.
How does that explain if they're the firstborn? How does I think it's just the luck of the dice. It's a chromosome.
Well, they don't say every time. They just say that they're 34%.
So if you see your grandson cut with left hand, hey, come here for a minute.
I think that's too much.
Hey, come here for a minute.
My brother was actually born left-handed, and my mother would whoop him every time he would use it to force him to be right-handed.
And then later on, he was a leader of the church, of the choir.
That's actually
they have to be careful with those studies.
Kyle used to play the flute, and the flute is the gayest instrument ever.
It is not.
The flute,
really?
The flute is the soundtrack for an ass whooping.
Listen, Andre 3000 was caught in the airport playing the flute recently, and he's dope.
He was caught as if it was.
No, he was. They were like.
When you catch somebody doing something,
right? That's what I'm saying. He was caught.
He
what
was
does that
caught,
mean?
like somebody caught him like he was just playing the flute, and they were like,
"He's
is
dope.
that Andre 3000?" And he was playing it for like 30 minutes.
Really?
He's dope.
Really?
Don't hate on.
Sounds good, but if you're in the 8th grade and you walking home with a flute case,
you getting your ass whipped.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You have to be careful with all these stereotypes.
It's only one flautist. Is a flautist, right?
It's flautist.
Yeah, it is a flautist, DL. Very good.
It's
a flautist.
Oh, you said that as if you were surprised, Roger.
Not to be confused with flauta, which is a Mexican tequila.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
Yeah. Or flautist, which is
the first lady.
But a flautist, like Kyle was playing the flute. I did not like it.
Dang,
Did you
he
stop
could've
him?
been
Did you tell him he
dope.
couldn't play anymore?
Could have been great at it.
He just gave it up on his own?
I hope not. But,
It's a musical instrument.
Anyway, a Florida man is furious after he thought he'd landed a steal when he bid on a $9,000 villa online. It was an online auction, but he ended up buying a strip of grass running between two homes. And officials say he gets no refund.
It's only worth it. But you know what? He thought it was
It's worth $50.
He thought it was
He thought he was purchasing a home, right? That I guess someone had not paid the taxes on. It was $177,000. When he actually got there, it was a tiny piece of grass in between the homes.
I don't feel bad.
That was worth $50.
He was trying to profit off somebody's loss. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Why would you buy something sight unseen?
I don't know.
Well, first off,
I'm not buying anything
why are you
online
trucking
like
in people's misery like that?
Well, people do that all the time.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. So, and sometimes they lose.
Yeah,
and
this is a big loss.
So keep your little
$9,000.
Now you get to hold their front yard hostage. Like, you can buy this house, but if you want a yard, bro.
But you know, that's what he said he was going to do. He's thinking about doing that.
Yeah.
Well, if he want to get $170,000 worth, he's gonna be doing it for a century.
You want to have a Zen garden on that little.
You got the bikini wax joint.
Wow. Can you imagine being, oh my God, I'd
You
be
got a
so pissed
Brazilian
off.
wax landscape.
You show, where's my house? Right here. There's no
I
house.
own the driveway. What's that? Monopoly.
When people like that, when something like that happens to people, yeah, because those are people. I think that there is a specific kind of person that trucks in people's misfortunes.
Yes.
And they truck in it. They look every day for somebody whose fortunes have gone bad, and then they want to profit off of it.
Let me tell you something. There is,
and
I'm
if
not
they
going to
do
say
it,
the name.
I'm not sorry.
But in my hometown, there is a person who waited for a lot of my family members who fell on hard times to fall behind on their taxes on their land.
Yeah.
And he secretly went and bought a lot of it. I know who you are.
It's like it's almost every once in a while you'll find a story, because it usually don't work out like that. Like all these slumlords, all these
It's very sad.
like people like Donald Trump that hire you and don't pay you and always trying to scam the system or take good. Now take your little landing strip and shut up.